In what could be said to be a big development when it comes to the abrogation of Article 370, the 5 judges Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court, headed by the Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, today reserved its order on the various batch of petitions, in fact challenging the constitutional validity of the abrogation of Article 370, a move that was called to be historic by the Modi government in the year of 2019. Now, the topmost court of the country almost heard the case for over 16 days in a marathon hearing and is now reserved its order. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal led the case for the petitioners, while Solicitor General of India Mr. Tushar Mehta along with the Attorney General of India Mr. R. Venkatramani led the submissions for the respondents. Now, the central government has categorically argued that this historic move was to in fact go away with the mistakes that were conducted in the past and was to completely integrate the state of the Jammu and Kashmir as a part of the country that is India. In fact, it was also argued by Mr. Tushar Mehta that this historic move as hailed by the Modi government, has brought in development and tourism. In fact, it has also been stated by Mr. Mehta before the topmost court of the country that this move has given a hit to the terrorism incidents in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And in fact, not only this, but the region of Jammu and Kashmir has seen peace, tranquility, and in fact, not only this, but stone pelting incidents have also come down in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, a question was also asked by, the Chief Justice of India with regards to statehood being given back to the state of Jammu, to the region of Jammu and Kashmir. However, no clear roadmap was given out by the government, but the government very clearly submitted before the topmost court of the country through Mr. Mehta that it is all set and ready to hold elections in the state in Jammu and Kashmir at any point of time. However, the hearings which began and continued for over 16 days commencing from August 2nd not only saw exchanges on the point of law, but was also a history lesson when it comes to the history of Jammu and Kashmir region from the instrument of accession and in fact the rule of the princely states as well. Now, the Supreme Court is very clear and will be pronouncing its judgment very shortly in this particular case. But at this point of time, the petitioners have clearly argued that Article 370 is a permanent structure of the Constitution and should not have been abrogated from it itself. In fact, it has also been argued that for the last 4.5 years, that is 4.5 years, the Jammu and Kashmir has not seen a representative democracy, which should not be a case when it comes to the largest democracy in the country, in the world, that is India. Now, we'll have to wait for the Supreme Court's order. But another big development that came in the Supreme Court on the day 15 was that NC leader, National Conference leader Akbar Lone, was asked to submit an affidavit showing his allegiance to the Constitution of India and to say that he abides by the Constitution. Now, why was this asked? Basically, was that his speeches of 2018 and in fact 2015 as well, wherein pro-Pakistani slogans were raised by him, were raised by Solicitor General of India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, and Roots in Kashmir leaders, Mr. Amit. Now, what is very clear at this point of time is that a fresh affidavit was filed by Akbar Lone today. However, no line saying that he has allegiance to the Constitution of India was said. And in fact, what was actually said in this particular affidavit was that he abides by the oath that he had taken while he sworn in as a member of the Legislative Assembly, and he will continue to abide by the same. However, Solicitor General of India Mr. Tushar Mehta opposed this argument very clearly and clearly stated this affidavit is incomplete and the court should read between the lines as to what is not written in this affidavit. Not only this, but Mr. Tushar Mehta also stated that this is something that adds to the injury that was hit to the country years ago. I am Ananya Bhatnagar for CNN News 18 from the Supreme Court of India in the national capital.